So I'm just sitting in my barn. Let's see, I had a lesson get done about an hour ago. And I'm just hanging out in my barn waiting for Petra to stop having a fit. So basically what happened is I brought her in and she was really antsy when she was tied, just super fidgety today. And I did groundwork with her. She was fabulous. I rode her. She was fabulous. Oh, there she's. Oh, I thought she was going to eat. And after I rode her while I was riding with a couple girls in a lesson, and everything went really well. Tied her back up, and she started moving around. She was quiet for a little bit, a few minutes, but then she started moving around, and the other horses left, and then she got really upset. So she's pitching a fit because the other horses left. So, and she just kind of has ants in her pants today. So I haven't done much with her. So this is kind of an example of, well, somebody needs to learn how to get back to work. So she's having a nice little temper tantrum. This has been going on for quite some time. So I'm freezing. It's like maybe 20 degrees. I'm hungry. I miss my kids. I want to get in the house. But I'm not going anywhere until she just settles down and eats a little bit. Just shows that she can be quiet, and there, almost. And it has to be more than for just a nanosecond. So this is good that she's just sitting there now. That's a really good change. Good girl. So, oh, she's even resting a hind foot. That's a good sign too. Oh, I'm really happy about this. So now that Petra has settled down at the wall, and I only gave her, I mean, she was nice and quiet there for maybe a minute and a half, and I made sure that I walked over to her and untied her before she got upset again. So she was eating and standing with a foot cocked for a small amount of time, and I just made sure to get her out of there. Now we're out in the arena. That's not a good place to roll. They always got to roll next to the wall, and that's just not smart. I'm standing right here, and I can fix it if I see it become a problem. But anyway, so I brought her out directly out into the arena to roll and dry off and just kind of move around a little bit before I just put her back out in the pasture, because I don't want her to go out soaking wet. So she's a little sweaty in the front end. But this is just such a good example of, being able to catch her on video tonight doing this nonsense. Hey, sweetheart. Hi. She says hello. Hello. This is such a classic example of what I see in so many horses, and things that I end up fixing in horses all the time, is that they have a hard time dealing with being alone from the other horses or just standing tied. And they get untied and put away into the environment that they want to be in while they're having a fit. The way that I look at it is if my child laid down in the grocery store and threw a tantrum because he wanted a piece of gum, or a piece of candy or something like that. And if I gave that to him, that would only make it worse for the next time. Next time we go to the grocery store, he's going to ask for that candy. And if I say no, he's going to go right on the ground and throw a tantrum. So with this horse, she's just going off of how, her comfort. Oh, she loves the cat. She's just going off of what makes her comfortable. And she was uncomfortable when the other horses left. So she was showing her frustrations by pawing and that sort of thing. But because I waited for her to settle down and then, brought her out into the arena to roll and all that stuff, she still wants to get back out to the pasture, but she's a lot calmer than she was. So, and I'll wait until she settles down and comes over to me and is showing, that she's not thinking about the other horses. She's thinking about me. And she's come back over here, and that's nice. Hi, sweetheart. And I'll make sure to pet her when she comes over. But this right now is a perfect time for me to catch her and then take her back out to the pasture, but I'm going to wait until she dries off just a little bit more. So we'll have more opportunities. But anyway, so that's how I help my horses through a problem situation. There's the other kitty. When they're having a hard time, and she usually ties nicely. You be nice to that kitty. No, she's playful now. She usually ties really well, and I don't have much problem with with her pitching such a fit like that. So that was pretty unusual for her, but better to fix it while it rears its ugly head than to wait and make matters worse. So she's got to go and harass the other cat. Well, I'm glad this worked out and I could get it on video because, like I said, this is such a common thing that I see, and so many people just don't know how to fix it. So, and I've been sitting out here for over an hour. I could have put this horse away over an hour ago, but it just wouldn't have been the right way to end the evening. So, or end our work session at all. So this will be a real good way for her to end now, you know, leaving it with a, they love to roll in the sand, so this is great. You know, outside she just rolls in snow and frozen horse poop, so this is great to be able to end it this way. So she'll be happy to get out. I'm not going to walk up and catch her, though. I'll wait till she comes to me. But not yet, because you're still too wet. Okay, you guys have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share it, and subscribe to the Versatile Horsemanship YouTube channel. I'll be posting more things like this as they come up. You just never know what you're going to see when you work with horses, and I'm happy to share my experiences with everyone. Doesn't get much better than that. Happy pony. Now here's a little update on Petra with her her separation anxiety that she had from the herd. Now she quietly will stand. It's actually 10 o'clock at night right now. About a week and a half, I think, after I filmed the last video. And she's just standing so quiet while I'm cleaning up the barn, and I'm just thrilled. But I've spent since I took the last video, I have been working with her almost every day on just coming in, being tied, being in a stall, being away from the other horses, lots of groundwork, lots of riding. It really makes such a huge difference. So it's just a matter of being patient and consistent with it. Consistency really is the key.